All right, guys, a week was enough. I'm back.
I'm thinking I'm back.
It was great to get away. We've got some things to discuss. You know, we got to get back to the grind and some other stuff. That being said, let's start back with what we do almost daily when it comes to content. We're going to review the content from NHL. We're also going to talk about one of the Team of the Season cards, specifically the Young Gun ones, that you really want to pay attention to over the next few days that you can achieve him because there's a guaranteed upgrade for him coming. That being said, guys, if you enjoyed the content, as always, subscribe and give the video a like. All right, let's get into all of the latest content in NHL. Also, guys, want to mention when it comes to like reviewing the cards at this point in the game, because we are essentially well into the end game now. We've got the Team of the Season, MLB is out, GWC Open qualifiers are over. In my time covering this game, that is essentially when you see that peak and drop completely off. So you are going to see some pretty interesting things. I think the market will still hold up pretty well for the very, very good cards because there is still quite a few players competing in the Gaming World Championships, 64 of them on each console to be precise, and they can still build their teams. So that being said, when it comes to cards that aren't like the 99s or the 96s and above, I'm just going to cover some of the cards that I think might be interesting in terms of prime times or team of the weeks, or cards that you could actually find usable. I need to stress this, guys. Now is the time to forget about everything in terms of like if a card is good or not and just simply build upon what cards you like. This is when I've been saying this all year that you should really be focusing on just cards you like in general. Always prioritize that, but obviously people either want to get better at the game, things like that. You need to keep in mind, you know, what cards will give you that advantage, and I'm going to cover those cards still for you, but for the most part, guys, now is the time to get rid of the Oli Jokinen because you don't even know who he is if you're a younger guy or something like that, and go and get someone on your favorite team, for example. So just want to throw that out there, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover most of the usable ones at this point. We'll start off first with the 91 Vladimir Tarasenko, the prime time with Protector, as well as well-rounded and booming shot with gold 1T. I'm not going to lie, I've said this throughout the year that gold 1T really for forwards isn't worth it because it is very difficult to specifically get that player in time for a one-timer, and if a player has 1T activated, people can kind of focus in on that. Now, in defensemen, it's a lot easier because DD one-timers are so much easier to pull off regularly, and they're on the ice more. That being said, this is still going to be an absolute laser beam if you want to try him out as a left-handed winger, and Vladimir Tarasenko cards always play pretty good as well. 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 93 agility with booming shot activate, and he's 225, so he's not going to get knocked off the puck easy. Schneip, I'm not a huge fan of at all, but this Vladdy Tarasenko card, not bad, and again, if you're a St. Louis Blues fan and you can't afford maybe his Evo card, something like that, this could be a decent alternative for you. Next up, we've got the 92 EVGENI Malkin with Fly the Zone and Workhorse. EVGENI Malkin cards have always been really rough. One, their face-off rating, his face-off rating is always so low as a center. And then he's got, this one specifically, he's got Silver Spinorama. Let me know in the comments section if you tried out Spinorama. I simply haven't, and that's something I'm going to be doing a lot of over the next month or two, is just trying out some random cards and abilities. If anything, just to test it for next year. And then Unstoppable Force, which I have had mixed reviews on. I find it good on some players, not so good on others. But he's got 99 everything else in terms of hand stats, and his shot is really good. He always plays really slow, and 89 speed in April, essentially, is just not really going to be usable. And then lastly, for prime times, we've got the 96 Mitch Marner, who has been on an absolute tear for the Leafs. 94 speed, 96 acceleration. Obviously, very good there among skater. And then he's essentially 99 everything else in terms of shot and hand stats. Defensively, he's not bad. Not going to take a draw, obviously, for you as a winger. He's got gold tape to tape and third eye. That being said, like, just if you're a Leafs fan, absolutely. You could be looking at this instead of getting his X Factor and the cost that you'd have to pay for his X Factor. You could easily get a usable Mitch Marner card for $200K. That's where you can really cash in on some value with these prime times. But still, nonetheless, a very, very good card. Then we've got the trade deadline, JESPERI KOTKANIEMI from the Hurricanes with Fly the Zone as well as Thief, which does make him very interesting at center as well. Gets his faceoff rating up to 89. And then he's got gold close quarters, which I have enjoyed a lot on Keith Primo. And then silver tape to tape, which is obviously another decent ability, especially for centerman. 92 speed, 90 acceleration isn't anything crazy, but he is 6'2" and has good size. Decent shot, mid-90s. Not gonna lie, this is a pretty nice card if you're trying to build a Hurricanes team, or I mean, even trying to build like a recent Montreal Canadiens team. This would be a nice card to grab. We've got a new Stars of the Week card, the 93 Johnny Gaudreau with well-rounded and Protector. I've loved Johnny Gaudreau cards throughout the year, but this is where they really start to get impacted by, you know, the fact he's only 5'9". When you have a lot of other players now up in the high 90s, they match his speed and shot. And he just can't hold on to the puck very well. That being said, 96 speed is 96 speed. Max agility, hand stats are essentially max. So is his defensive stats. A really fun card. I've enjoyed Johnny Gaudreau cards throughout the years, but there's lots of players, obviously, if you play in the higher divisions, it's going to be awfully tough to get any time and space with him. That being said, he's having such a phenomenal year. It's good to see a bounce back from Johnny Gaudreau. Then we've got the 95 Leon Draisaitl with buzzing as well as workhorse with silver 1T and born leader, 91 speed, 92 acceleration, and then essentially 99 shooting and hand stats. He's got the max stick checking, defensive awareness. His face-offs are 90 at 6'2". A very well-rounded card. It's just crazy to me that at 95, he still only has 91 speed. You know, maybe not the fastest skater in the world, obviously, but still one of the best players. It's awfully tough to use him in game for that reason, and that was why, you know, after about 2 months into the year, I kind of realized the way that this was going and why I told everyone to just get out on the Leon Draisaitl X Factor card, because, I mean, dude, you're paying so much to get him up to a 95, and somehow he is only a 95, which blows my mind. He is going to get a Team of the Season card very, very shortly, and probably by Friday. But that being said, I just don't see how he isn't higher, and the cost is just absurd, especially because his zone abilities are not very good. Got some new Team of the Season cards. We've got the 92 Tim, I'm going to try and do this, WOHLGEMUTH. With Distributor, Light the Lamp, and Bombarded as a left winger. He's got, obviously, the 3 to plus the synergies is huge, because if you don't have many top-end cards, even one of these can really help you activate any synergy you want in the game. So that does have some value. He's only 5'11" as a left winger, but does have 88 on the draw and Unstoppable Force, which could help things out. He's got max shot power. You know, he's probably going to be one of the cheaper ones to go with, because there's no guarantee that he's going to get a 99. That being said, like, if you have a couple 100K, it's not a terrible buy. He comes in next, the 92 overall, silver wheels, elite edges, close quarters, born leader, and gold tape to tape. The abilities are phenomenal on him. You're obviously going to play him at wing. His face-off rating is only 81, 93 speed, 96 acceleration, and does only have 1 skating synergy. That being said, he does have thief, but again, his face-off rating will only be 86, and he's a little bit smaller, so it'd be more fun on the wing. I think there's a lot of other better options among right-handed wingers, and there's no guarantee Nick Suzuki is going to get a 99 overall card. That's what you've got to think about when you're trying to invest in these Team of the Season cards. They work a lot like the Evos. Like, you know that future events are coming, like awards or playoffs, things like that. If a card is going to the playoffs, you have a better shot at him getting a 99. If he's not, then it's going to be awfully tough. He's got to win an award, or you got to wait for some charity card to come out. And then we've got the 92 Tanner Jeannot from the Predators with Light the Lamp, as well as Distributor and Workhorse. So 2 skating synergies there. 6'2" at 91 speed and acceleration. Good balance. Shot accuracy is really low for a winger at this point in the game. Some fun abilities, though. He's got back at ya, no contest, crease crasher, truculence. Like, he is one of the biggest hitters in the league, which might strike people as a little odd. So it is cool that he got all of these abilities. This would probably be one of the more fun Team of the Season cards. And honestly, he might get, you know, he's not going to win the Calder, but he might get some recognition down the line, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he was close, or he was a really, really flashy young player this year. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, here's the one I wanted to discuss, though, the 92 Thomas Chabot. This is only in packs until the 30th, which is today, the day of the video, at 5 p.m. when it switches over. That being said, if you find one that isn't a million, let's say, yeah, about a million, because that was, I mean, that's what other 99s are going for. I'll say 800K. If you find one for 800K or under, people just pack them and they don't know, they don't realize they're on the market, he is going to get a Master Set card in that Hut Idols event that's coming out. You guys remember the leak that happened a few weeks ago? Thomas Chabot was in that event. We don't know what his overall will be, but it is a 92. So you are going to get a instant upgrade almost whenever that event comes out, because he's probably going to be 99. Like, if Team of the Season takes up the next few events, then he's either a 98 or a 99. And if you don't pay $1 million for him, then, well, you made bank, because that's what he's going to be worth at 6'2" with gold shutdown. As well as, you know, great skating, elite edges. I'm not big on, but tape to tape isn't bad in seeing eyes. So just be on the lookout for that. This is the one I wanted you guys to pay attention to. Real quick, guys, also wanted to address some things on my channel. Obviously, I had to go on vacation. I was gone a little while. Thank you for everyone that was DMing me and, you know, in Discord talking while I was gone. I appreciate that. MLB is coming, and I'm making a pretty drastic decision here. I'm going to be talking about this in a lot of my videos. If you've never played the show, I understand, and you guys subbed to me for NHL content, but MLB has been one of my favorite games the last few years, and last year I put in about 1,500 hours into it to make sure that this year I knew what I was talking about. So there will be a ton of MLB content, not only on Twitch, but on YouTube, but NHL content will not be going anywhere. I will still be doing the same level and frequency of videos on NHL, covering the daily content and the new events, everything like that, but you'll also be getting MLB content. So I just want you guys to be prepared for that. There will be quite a bit, and if you haven't played MLB The Show before, guys, and even if you don't like baseball, good Lord, it is one of the best sports games you will ever play. I promise you that. So be on the lookout for that. Again, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.